Hi, I'm Terry Brock with terrybrock.com. You know, I love studying people that are successful in whatever profession it might be. It's like they're doing something right. What are they doing? And what common traits do we see across a variety of fields? Kind of like, remember Napoleon Hill? When Napoleon Hill would do that, he would look at people, he went to thousands of people that were successful to find out what were they doing. And also he studied those that were not successful to find out what they're doing. Well, I found 7 traits that I think are really important that I've seen. Kind of like you remember Stephen Covey and his 7 habits of highly successful people. Well, I found 7 habits that are out there for amazingly successful salespeople, and I wrote about it in this week's column for business journals. And I wanted to share with you a video, so you get a special video on this. Unlike all the other kids, they only read about it. You get a chance to read about it and get a chance to see a video. We've got the link here so you can go over to the Biz Journals area. But there's several traits that I see, and 7 specifically. Number 1, they hustle when others hunker down. Many times people say, oh, gee, it's going to be bad. We got to circle the wagons, or hey, we got to do this. We got to really pull in right now. Those that get ahead are the ones that say, okay, we got to hustle a little bit more. Let's get out there and have that sense of urgency. Just this week, I had an opportunity to have an interview with Wayne Berry, who is a very well-known Top Gun sales trainer over in Melbourne, Australia. Wonderful guy. And he talked to me after the cameras were off, after we stopped our recording, and he talked about the importance of hustling and getting out there, a sense of urgency. John Kotler, professor from Harvard Business School, talks about the same thing. The urgency, got to do it now. Let's get it done. And I think of W. Clement Stone, who would say, do it now. That became his phrase and his mantra that he would say over and over. Do it now. Do it now. Getting out there, and I find people that hustle really get ahead and do a lot more. Also, a second trait is I see they're hustling at relationship farming. They are constantly working to be better relationship farmers. Think of it like farming. You're constantly tilling the soil. You're there giving proper nutrients to the soil. You got the sunshine, the water, and all those kind of things. And yes, there's a few other things coming in there. Some manure, we'll call it. There was a few other colorful terms that we used out in the country where I grew up. Some barnyard talk, as Jay Townsend would call it. But be a relationship farmer and work on that. Number 3, they research their prospects. None of this old, well, what do you do for your business when you walk in to meet them the first time? You're out the door if you do that one, Sparky. Instead, what you want to do is you want to research them. Use social media. Study, of course, LinkedIn and what they've got there. Study their Facebook posts. And by the way, here's a ninja trick. Ninja trick, go out on Twitter. Use something like Hootsuite to check what they have been retweeting, what they're saying on Twitter. Get a feel for who they are, what they think, and what their feelings are. Make sure that you do that. Also, they have many direct personal connections. I've had the opportunity in life to be around some wonderful people that are multimillionaires. When I worked with, did some programs for YPO, the Young Presidents Organization, and I've seen others, and just hang around them for a little bit. I find interesting, they often are on the phone talking to other people. It's like, oh, I got a call coming up, and they'll get on the phone there. Not in an obtrusive way. When they're with you and you're talking to them, they're right there with you, eyes glued to yours, helping you and attentive. They're not looking over here like, oh, excuse me, somebody more important than you is there. No, focusing on you. But then also when we're just kind of wandering around or doing something simple and nothing planned, they'll jump on the phone. They stay in touch with people. I think that's really important. Number 5, they are resoundingly resilient. They bounce back. We all get knocked down. Many people that are losers think, oh, gee, life is bad. I got knocked down. This bad thing and that bad thing happened, and the world owes me a living. I find the winners, those who are very successful in selling, and by the way, aren't we all selling today? Those that do really well are those that say, look, yeah, I got knocked down. Let me brush the dirt off. Let me wipe the blood away here. Sometimes you skin your knee and it hurts. They recognize that. They get up and go after it again. Falling down 1,000 times, yeah, but get up 1,001 times is the key. I think the Japanese have a proverb like that. And if they don't, they should. It sounds like a good Japanese proverb. Okay. Also, number 6, they give themselves a self-surgery and a triectomy. Now, that's a saying that I think is really nice. I like that. I wish I would have come up with it, but Gina Carr came up with that one of using a triectomy. Instead of, the idea of, well, I'll try this, I'll try that. Remember the words of Master Yoda. There is no try. There is only do or not do. And, that's a brilliant thing that Master Yoda taught us from Star Wars. Don't get out there and just say, well, I tried. Too many people think, well, because I tried, that's all. Case done. I tried. No, you don't get paid for trying. You get paid for results. Do it. And I love the way Chad Hymas talks about it in his book, where he says, done, D-O-N-E, is a wonderful word. And the first two letters are do. You got to get out there and do it. Get out there, make it happen. And I think number seven, final one here, they embrace technology to help people. Amazingly successful salespeople embrace technology that's going to help people. They're using tools like Hootsuite to really find out where people are, what they think, what they like. iJot is one I love. If you followed my work, I really like that. And social media and a whole bunch of others that I talk about in other areas. But there's a lot that you can do on that. Think about it, work with it, and come over to my site. If you're not there already, terrybrock.com. Leave a comment. Love to hear from you, and also I'd love to hear from you on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @TerryBrock. That's Terry, and Brock is spelled the right way, B-R-O-C-K. So Terry Brock, and put the little @ sign in front of it, one word there. I'll look forward to hearing from you. And I am Terry Brock, and thank you very much for joining me.